Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for episode 3 of training for a marathon with mountains. It's Tuesday the 27th of July today and I've just got back from work to a delivery. It's new shoe day, but let's get it opened up. It's the Salomon Ultra Glide. I'll get you my first impressions throughout this episode, but first of all, let's do a quick update for those who are new to the channel. This series is all about my training towards the Yorkshire Three Peaks Fell Race, a 23.3 mile race, taking in about 5,500 foot of elevation gain. It's one of the most famous races in the country, dating back to 1954. It's been on my bucket list for a long time, and it takes in 3 of the biggest mountains in North Yorkshire with marathon efforts in between. So it's quite a unique race. You've got to be an all-round runner to get a decent time, and my goal is to go sub 3 hours 40 minutes. But to do that, we're going to have to get really serious about training, because I've had the last 4 weeks recovering from my last ultra marathon. If you didn't know, I trashed myself in the Hardwoods 40, finishing 3rd. It was a fantastic experience, but we really do need to kick on and start thinking about October. And to form the plan going towards the Yorkshire Three Peaks, we need to do 2 fitness tests. So this Thursday, I'm going to be going up and down Rintringham Hill. It is horrible, it's really steep, and it's going to be hard work. You guys are going to be coming along as well. That's to test my climbing legs, see what's actually in there after the ultra marathon and my recovery. Right, as mentioned, we're racing the rain, so I'm going to get these things laced up and we're going to go for a run. Right guys, we're on with the second run of the week. Yesterday was an easy 6 miles in the Speedgoat 4 wide fit. Tonight we're probably doing near a 7 with a couple of harder efforts in there, all on the same terrain, same weather, but this time we're in the Ultra Glide, so it'll be really interesting to compare the 2 shoes, see what similarities they are, and see which one takes the crown, because they are both fighting for the same niche. Before I give you my out-the-box thoughts, I'll give you a quick idea of what this week looks like in the way of training. So we've already done the 6 mile yesterday, 7 today, and then we've got strength and conditioning tomorrow. Thursday's that horrible hill session I told you about. You're going to be watching me for that one. Then Friday we've got more strength and conditioning, a 3 mile run, and then on Saturday we're going to try and find some beautiful views on the North York moors for you guys. 10 miles of trail running, I can't wait for that. Obviously the mileage is going to build up as we go along. This week will be around 30 miles. I'm hoping to peak at somewhere nearer 50 to 60 miles come the race. Right guys, we're about 5 miles in, so let's give you my out-the-box thoughts on the Salomon Ultra Glide. We'll be talking in loads more details the week goes on, but initially, putting the shoe on, I really like it. Good cushioning, not too much, quite firm underfoot, gusseted tongue which wraps around the arch and pulls it all together nicely. The quick lace system, for the first time ever, thank God, actually works as it's meant to. Doesn't put too much pressure, sorry about the lawnmower, doesn't put too much pressure on the bridge of my foot like most other Salomon shoes do. But most importantly, they've made it wider. They finally listened, and my pinky toe is fine. We'll do a comparison when I get home to the Hoka Speedgoat 4 wide, because I just want to feel it out for another couple of miles. But the early impressions were a thumbs up. Job done. 7 miles out on the trails, beautiful weather before we hit the rain later this week. Right, let's get you some impressions, guys, on these Salomon Ultra Glides. I really do like them. I think it's better if we try and compare them to the Speedgoat 4 in wide fit. It's a shoe that's been around for a while, so you guys may be more familiar with it. In terms of width, the Salomon Ultra Glide is definitely narrower than my Speedgoat 4 in wide fit, that's for certain. Whether the standard Speedgoat would be similar, I aren't sure. But I haven't had any problems, and I have a wide foot, so in terms of comfort and fit, I wouldn't be too worried if you get on with the Speedgoats. In terms of grip, you've got the Vibram grip, which is more sticky on the bottom, but it doesn't last as long. I found mine going on the outer part of the outsole after 70 miles. It's still okay, still fine on technical terrain, but you can see it starting to wear. Whereas looking at the outsole of the counter grip, which is what Salomon use, I think this is going to be far more robust and last much longer. I think you're going to get more durability out of this shoe than you are out of the Speedgoat. The best way I can sum these two shoes up is use the Salomon if you want a more responsive, stiff ride. It gives more back on the trail for certain. It's more softer cushioning for me with the Speedgoat. So if you're having really easy days or you've got a real long distance race where you don't want to feel the ground, the Speedgoat's probably better. If you want a little bit more ground feel and response, go for the Salomon, or if you're like me, just buy both. Right guys, I need to go and eat something, get stretched out. I'll see you Thursday for a tough hill session. Hey guys, it's Thursday night. We just parked up in Wincham after work, and in all honesty, I really don't feel up for this hill session at all, but we're going to make the most of it. We've got to do 5 full ascents of Wincham Hill. It's about a 19% gradient. The last time I did this session was before the ultra marathon, so I was in pretty good shape. We averaged between 2 minutes 20 and 2 minutes 30 seconds per rep. That was good going. Anything below 2 minutes 30 is a good sign of fitness, but I have no idea where we're going to be pitching things today. We've got 5 full ascents and then 2 all-out sprints. I'm going to go get warmed up, get my shoes on and get myself psyched up. As you can maybe tell, it's pretty windy, guys, but we're here. This is Wincham Hill. I've got to show you this sign. It's got to be one of the most sarcastic signs ever. Look at that gradient. And that's the one itself. This will do it absolutely no justice, but hopefully you'll get to see it better during the reps. Right, I'm going to get rid of this water bottle and pack. We're going to do a few stride outs, shake out, and then going to get cracking with this thing. Okay guys, here we go. Rep number 1 and go. Okay, yeah, 2:33, not a great start at all. It's okay, we're just coming back to fitness. It's about keeping it consistent now. Second rep, and go. $2.29. Oh dear, that was 2:29 for the 3rd rep. On to the last 2 now. $2.33. Getting slower. Knackered. 1 more rep. We're going to make this one count. Right, 3, 2, 1, go. Last one, come on. Well guys, that was tough, much tougher than I thought it was going to be. As you could see at the end, I was a bit dizzy, felt a bit sick, so I decided to get back down, do those sprints and get back to the car. Not quite sure what happened with the splits because that first rep was actually 2:19, which is really quick, a good 10 seconds quicker than I thought we were going. We then did 2:29, 2:29 again on the third, 2:33 on the fourth, so not so great there, and 2:32 on the final one. In the balance of things, that is not bad at all. That's probably where I'd expect to be, considering we've done hardly any speed work nor hill work, but we do have a lot of work to do if I'm going to get anywhere near that goal time for the 3 peaks. But right now I need to get home, get some food in me. It's going to be 8 o'clock by the time I get back. I'm then up at 4:45 in the morning to get my strength session in before work and then a run after work. Who said this running malarkey was easy? Right guys, I'm signing off at that. We'll see you Saturday. I've decided we're going to go to Levisham, so there'll be some beautiful views on the North York Moors, and I can't wait to see you for that one.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you.
Welcome to the North York Moors, guys. This is my playground. These moors have given me so much. I found fell running here, lots of friends and plenty of headspace. I love coming up here after work just to get away from everything. For me, this is what Saturdays are all about. We have got the Salomon Ultra Glides on, guys, so we'll give you some ideas of how these guys perform in what looks like wet conditions, and on moorland it's really uneven, so it'll be a really good test for them. We've done a hill session, we've done an easy session on hard pack stuff, so this will be the final test. Enough talking, let's go have some fun. Well, the Salomon Ultra Glide was never billed as a fell shoe. It is an ultra shoe, and I've got some positives and negatives. So we'll bring with the positives. I can still feel the ground, so ground feel, especially in these sort of conditions, definitely a thumbs up for that. The grip is surprisingly good. I haven't really been slipping and sliding, despite there being some surface mud. I thought that might have been the case. Obviously deep mud will be a different issue, but yeah, grip, thumbs up for that as well. And while the negatives are pretty universal for an ultra running, high cushion shoe, they have to be mentioned because they're going to stop me coming out with these things on the moors next time. The first one is stability. Because of that high stack height, I'm feeling my ankle rolling a little bit. It's not too bad. I'm not going to injure myself, but my ankle and feet are having to work overtime just to keep things straight. So that's a bit of a problem for me. And the other big thing is they don't drain. It's been raining, it's wet underfoot, and the water is still inside the shoe. I think that's because of all the cushioning and padding, but like I say, it's an ultra shoe. It's meant to be like that. It's meant to be comfortable. So I am using them outside of purpose, just for testing purposes, but I wouldn't recommend them on this sort of terrain. There we go, guys, job done. Just more than 9 miles, loads of elevation gain, and that totals 31 for the week, so I'm happy with that. No niggles, everything seems fine. So next week we kick on, step things up a little bit more mileage, bit more intensity, and just see if those niggles have still disappeared. Assuming all is okay after that, there's a fly right in the screen there, isn't there? As always, guys, let me know how your training's going down in the comments. Love to hear about that sort of stuff. And if you've got any questions on the Salomon Ultra Glide or any other shoes that you see me wear, I will always reply to you. Right, we're gonna wrap things up there. I'll see you next week with another training video.